Can art help in conflict resolution, and how can virtual reality help advance it? These are questions to be tackled today at the Herzliya conference. Dr. Noam Latar explains how.
Okay, about 2 years ago in the Herzliya conference in 2016, we had a panel which I moderated on the political power of art. And the keynote speaker was Thomas Kranz. Thomas Kranz was the 25-year director of the Guggenheim in New York, and he was responsible for creating the Guggenheim Bilbao Museum, and is now the visionary behind the Saadiyat Island, the cultural island in Abu Dhabi. He's the most experienced museum builder in the world, and he told us the story that when they built the museum in Bilbao, 10 years before the opening of the museum, there were about 850 terror incidents in the Basque area. As soon as they opened the Bilbao Frangeri Museum, the terror have been eliminated. This gave us the idea that art can help conflict resolution, and we've approached the past 2 years about 100 artists worldwide in different art platforms with the question, can art aid in resolving conflicts? And we received beautiful, interesting 100 essays from these artists who came from 40 countries. We received the responses in Chinese, in Arabic, in Hebrew, in Japanese, and we did qualitative and quantitative analysis of these responses. And we're going to publish a book in this coming October summarizing this two years research that we did together. I was the lead researcher, but together with Professor Jerry Wind from Wharton and Dr. Onat Lev from IDC and BGU. And the conclusions are very, very interesting. So in today's panel, we're going to reveal the discoveries of this very exciting research. And to summarize in one sentence, yes, art can aid conflict resolution. Well, the findings, first of all, if you want to resolve a conflict, the key word is empathy. You have to understand your opponent. You have to understand his culture. And art can play a very important factor in this kind of creation of empathy. This is the first step in creating dialogue. If you don't respect, you don't understand the culture of your opponent, the chances of you resolving the conflicts are really minimized. So art allows people to express themselves in many, many ways and forms beside text that can really create the atmosphere for reconciliation. And today we're going to discuss it. We're going to discuss how visual environment can be conducive to creating empathy. We have some top experts in the panel to show that a visual environment can, for example, put a Palestinian in the body of an Israeli and vice versa. And once you do that, the research shows that people really change their views. It's really incredible. We studied gender discrimination and many other forms, but we have discovered that the combination of art and visual art can really help creating empathy among groups in conflict, which is the first step. We are not saying that art in itself can resolve conflicts, but art can create the mechanism, the platform to allow people really to begin to understand one another.